A.C.B.A.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog, nice, coming at you with another update. Just tapping back in, following up on the heels of yesterday's update. Again, we know Hasbro had a live stream on YouTube on August 10th. And at the very end of that live stream, as they usually do, they gave us a tease for something to come. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is a tease for Fantastic Four related, Future Foundation related characters. It's a great reuse here of the Ant-Man head in this jar that we're going to get with the Howard the Duck figure and the Khonshu Build-A-Figure wave. No doubt in my mind that the character that they teased there is called Turg. And I think this is going to open up a lot of possibilities for Future Foundation members, including Dragon Man. I'll get back to that shortly. But back in February on my Instagram, I had compiled a list of characters that I wanted to see in the Marvel Legends line and things that I predicted that would be coming out. And I put together a list listing things from as far back as 2020 on various videos that I put up, and I just wanted to run down that list real quick. Oh, it should also be noted that tomorrow is the 20th of this month, so we should hear something new from the Marvel Legends team, or hear about something new from the Marvel Legends team. I believe there's a tweet out there from Dan saying that they're going to give us some information on the HasLab, as they were waiting for the His Tank HasLab to wrap up. So as most of you know, this HasLab is going to be Ghost Rider themed. I'm thinking they're going to go all out, and we're going to get a car as well as a bike, and we'll probably get an updated Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, as this is something that Dwight mentioned in an interview I did with the team some months back. It should also be noted that in the live stream before this most recent one, Dan had hinted at a Future Foundation Spider-Man.
There's just something about a black and white suit that just is so clean and nice. But hopefully in the future, we will get the actual Future Foundation Spidey, right, guys? You know, crossing fingers.
Sure. We could probably make that happen. Yeah.
So again, this is all coming together. But in terms of my little list, you can see some characters here from Paul Hardin's Marvel in the 70s. And I think any head sculpt from Paul Hardin is fair game at this point. I'll come back to that. We've been talking about the Jim Lee X-Men costumes. Dwight even mentioned that again in this past interview that Fabio did with the team on my channel. Check that out. A link to that is in the description below. I talked about Team X Wolverine, which is something Paul Hardin had as part of his Marvel in the 70s design. So I think that's something that we may see. Some people speculating that Mephisto may be part of this Ghost Rider HasLab. That would be interesting. We know Mojo is finally on the way. This is one I've been asking for quite some time. You know, the team is always going to go back and update those old Toy Biz Build-A-Figures. And getting back to Paul Hardin, I think that a Luke Cage and Danny Rand and their classic get-ups with head sculpts from Paul Hardin will be coming at some point. We did get Vulcan in the Bone Breaker Build-A-Figure wave. I think Deathbird is going to be coming at some point, as well as a complete Lilandra. I think once we get an updated Black Bolt and Lockjaw, that'll open up the door for a Pet Avengers. We're definitely going to see Throg at some point. I know Dwight's going to want to round out the Reavers, so a Pretty Boy is going to be on the way. We finally did get a classic Doctor Strange. In fact, I got to unveil and review that figure first. That review is on the channel. A link to that will be in the description below. Getting back to Dragon Man, I think we will get Dragon Man as part of the Future Foundation rather than a classic Dragon Man who was once a foe of the Fantastic Four. Now, we do probably still need an updated huge classic Dragon Man to go ahead and knock out the Toy Biz version, but that figure still holds up. It's still very nice. Still sitting around waiting for Overdrive from the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. I mentioned that I think we'll get Cecilia Reyes at some point. I also think we're going to be getting Marrow. No doubt about it that we're going to be getting a A-Bomb. I'm still hoping for the Nimrod Sentinels as army builders. We did get a modern Thor. I think Frost Giants are on the table, but I think it'll be part of a HasLab. Now, we know that this next HasLab is going to be Ghost Rider. I think the one after that will be Giant Man themed. And if they just go with sort of giant sized characters, I could see them maybe slipping a Frost Giant in there in some way. Still waiting for an astonishing X-Men Wolverine. we got close with this Wolverine from the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave. No doubt that they're going to be doing a classic comic-based Watcher. I was hoping for a comic-based She-Hulk in the onesie. We just recently got the She-Hulk from the Netflix series in the onesie, so we got close. Long shot, we know is going to be part of that set being released with Mojo, which means Spiral is on the way. We did get an updated Rhino, single-carded on a retro card. I was kind of hoping for a new sculpt, but the updates that they made to this figures are very nice. Franklin Richards has to be on the way if they're going to be exploring the Future Foundation. Maybe we'll get the kid version of him and the sort of teenage or adult version. Gorgon, we know that's going to happen, being that we got the Ventra Build-A-Figure. They're going to have to reuse those lower legs. Again, Dwight's going to be the point man for an updated brand new Banshee. We got Siren. We need Banshee to kind of complete our classic sort of 70s, 80s X-Men crew. And another figure that I know Hasbro wants to take another crack at is an updated Blob. A nice big Blob as a Build-A-Figure would be great, or maybe even a deluxe box set figure. Blob and maybe Destiny. We did get Black Tom Cassidy. Wasn't really happy with the sort of like design. Not the design. I mean, it was a classic design, but the buck, the articulation there wasn't the greatest. Molecule Man, classic villain. Pretty easy to do, so I know that's going to be coming at some point, and Blue Marvel is starting to show up now. So tomorrow we should hear some news, maybe something that I listed here in this video will pop up, and then on September 30th and October 1st we'll have Hasbro PulseCon. I'm sure we're going to have quite a few reveals there. Hopefully Hasbro Marvel Legends will be able to redeem themselves from some of these most recent announcements. Hopefully finish up strong for the last part of this year. But let's talk about it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are anticipating. What do they need to do to improve the line and to continue to elevate the line? Who do you want to see? What are you anticipating for this upcoming HasLab? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Also, tonight we'll be going live for the Articulated Comic Book Art podcast, so come hang out with us. We should kick things off at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there, and until next time, peace. I'm in the game, I'm grinding, I got to play 24 hours in a day, 7 days out the week, I never sleep. I'm on my grizzly bear, 52 weeks out the year.